During a night spent at camp, the champions delved a little deeper into each other's histories and took the time to identify the items they collected from the Fangs. Upon returning to Brath, the champions discovered the town had been attacked, the bridge that spanned the river was destroyed, and the town itself was silent. Scaling the outer wall, Jelltur found himself face to face with Gilly's sword. She was grateful to see their return, though mourned her friend's loss. For Brath to be saved, the party decided to divide and conquer. Scratch stayed with Gilly to fortify the defenses. Kreg ran to the Pampered Hoof to seek any usable tools and weapons. Piper set off for the Lake Turtle to ensure their escape, while Jelltur investigated the town for survivors. Going into the Diamond Shell Inn, Jelltur found blood and broken furniture. Downstairs, he saw Tilly and Casey quietly tending to the wounded Jeff, while staring at the form of a massive hook horror slowly forcing its way through the hole in the stone wall. Jelltur.
Yep.
You are sitting, or floating in this room rather, with a hook horror trying to claw its way in. You see it scraping slowly in there. It's probably been working its way in all day. And since the whole town's evacuated to the docks, Gilly has been facing this thing down, alone, trying to protect Casey and the obviously unconscious Jeff.
First things first, what's the distance between the cellar door and the ground?
10 feet.
So it's only a 10 feet climb.
Mm-hmm. But there's no ladder.
Yeah, but I have a grappling hook.
That's true. I'm just letting you know there's no ladder, and there's an unconscious human male, a small human female, a halfling female, and you.
Can I estimate how long it takes for it before it gets free of this hole?
Make a investigation check.
Things I'm good at. I'm not the best. 17.
This thing has been at this for hours, so it's definitely wedging itself in deeper and deeper, but it's probably not going to last much longer. Maybe 15 minutes tops before that thing gets through.
Oh.
Unless I start rolling for it. Like, if you agitate it, like if you attack it, it might start trying to break through. So it'll start getting rolls as soon as it's, like, agitated.
But it can see them clearly.
It can't see them. Not clearly, at the very least. Make a nature check.
Hey, I got a nat 1. Thank God I'm a halfling. Alright, 19 total.
19 total? You don't know much about this creature. You've never seen this creature before. But you're studying its eyes. You can actually get fairly close to it without it noticing. Until its head just kind of turns and you kind of back out a little bit. Its eyes are milky white. It's like it can see, but just barely. But it keeps making this weird chirping noise and then turning its head. Chirping, turning its head.
Oh, okay.
It definitely has some form of echolocation.
Yeah.
So it knows you're there.
So it's aware I'm here now.
Oh, no, it's been aware that you're there.
Oh, it is aware I'm here. Okay.
Yes, because of its echolocation, it knows you're there. You know you're found out. But the thing is, it doesn't seem to have agitated it that there's another body in here. There's just more food.
Gotcha. I'm speaking to Tilly's head and tell her, don't panic. It's Jelltur.
You see her head just jerk and look around.
I'm in the room with you guys currently.
She's kind of looking around. She can't see you. But she'll just nod.
I have a grappling hook.
She jerks her head back at Casey.
I can carry the little girl up with me.
She nods down at Jeff.
The best we can do is tie him to the rope and try to pull him up.
She kind of nods.
You okay with this?
She nods again.
Okay. So now I walk next to her and still in her head. I going to put my hand on your shoulder now.
She nods at you.
All right. I'm gonna set up the rope and come back.
She'll give you a final nod, and then she'll just kind of jerk her head at Casey and puts her finger up. 1.
Okay. I go back to the cellar door and my rope is knotted, by the way. So and I go to the top and set the hook up on something that can support enough weight.
The bar?
Yeah, pretty much. My rope is 10 feet shorter thanks to the knotting.
Check.
Perception? Oh
Yes,
no.
Perception.
Not my 12. Okay.
So you can kind of hear her talking in a very calm voice, but you can't figure out what she's saying. She's probably giving Casey the gist of the plan.
Okay. So I put the hook around the bar, lower the rope, and then make my way back. I'll take Casey first.
Alright. So Casey, she jumps a little when you touch her, but she was prepared, so it's not like this sudden jerk.
Yeah. She's a little girl, right?
She's a little girl, yeah.
I pick her up.
Yeah, she holds onto you with the boots.
It's not like the other children you traumatized.
She's a little older than those children. She's a little bigger than you, but she is frail and she is light, so she's not too difficult. What's your strength? Modify, like your number?
8.
Give me an athletics roll.
Ah, not bad. Hey, not bad. 14 minus
All right,
1.
You get her up.
13.
You fly her up. The hook horror just kind of looks at you doing it, and you see it like getting a little agitated, like food's getting away. But the bigger thing is still there, so he just kind of turns his head back towards Jeff. He's still trying to like claw himself forward.
Yeah. So I look at Tilly in her head. It's getting slightly more agitated.
Nods at Jeff.
The moment, yeah, we're gonna both have to try to pull him and get him up as fast as we can. That thing looks like it really wants to eat you people.
She just nods.
All right, I take one of Jeff's arms.
All right. She takes the other, and this is where we roll initiative.
All right.
This thing is gonna be trying like hell to get out of there now.
Yeah, boy.
I have 22.
So Jelltur, you get to act first.
I start pulling Jeff
So
towards
you're
the
pulling Jeff.
How far are we from the cellar?
You were like
door?
around a corner. This is not a huge area. So probably only about 15 feet.
Okay.
So I will give you a athletics check at advantage because Tilly is helping you.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna need it.
And she goes directly after you, so she'll just be moving with you as far as this is
I
concerned.
have a nat 20 and a 17.
I think you should take the nat 20, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright.
That 20 turns into a 19 though, so.
Still a nat 20. So you are pulling Jeff, and Tilly is helping you, and you guys get him to the rope. And you realize you have to lift him alone if you're flying him up. Because trying to climb with him in your arms is not going to work, or Tilly with climbing with him is not going to work. And
I mean, I could pull Tilly up and then tie the rope around Jeff.
that is true. But Tilly is very adamant that these kids have to get out first. Because otherwise you're just leaving unconscious Jeff to be rended apart.
I don't know how strong Tilly is.
Alright, so the hook horror is going to make his strength check to try and break his way through the wall. Oh, he does not make it.
Oh, thank you.
Oof. He is cracking that wall. He
goodness.
is like, he's starting to shriek now. That echolocation is going from just clicking to shrieking, and the claws are just digging into the stone. You're seeing it like gouge out pieces of stone and rock just being ripped out of the ground, but he's not getting out yet. So, Jelltur, you're back up.
I tell her, I'll take you up first, tie the rope around him, and
Get Jeff up fast.
I'm not that strong.
She's holding a cleaver.
Fine. Just try to throw him on my back or something. I don't know.
You can also just kind of like grab him under the arms and try to fly him up.
Would it be easy if I tie him to the rope and fly it, try to pull him up using the rope?
It's not really going to help much with
Nope.
the rope.
Whatever. I try to pick him up.
Alright, roll an athletics check.
Oh, thank God. 17 total. 18 minus 1. I like this one.
That is definitely going to do it. My DC for you is a 15. You fly up there with Jeff. You pull him up, and you get him laid out on the bar so he's not just, tossed.
Yeah.
And then we get to Tilly's turn. Jeff is free. Casey is free. She's going to try to climb the rope. She
It's
rolls
not
and she is climbing the rope. Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah.
She is climbing up that rope. And that hooker's still fucking stuck in there. He is shrieking like hell. And actually, that's going to drop us out of initiative. That is far less climactic than I thought it would be.
Thank God.
You three are just kind of panting there.
I did not want to 2v1 a fucking Hukara with Tilly down there with just a meat cleaver.
With her commoner stats.
God. I'm not a frontliner, my guy.
Can't it still escape?
Oh, it can still escape, but this hole is only like a 5-foot wide hole.
I also hope it can't jump up 10 feet.
Yeah, but the thing is,
this one of the things that can climb?
It's too big to fit through the hole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it cannot fit through even if it gets through. I mean...
He's like Winnie the Pooh, stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck, but even trying to get through that door, he might be able to backtrack and come around, which means maybe he's still going to need to keep moving, but... Tilly's going to turn. Thank the gods you came back. We're having a bit of trouble there. Some fucking elves came in here. I was able to get Casey down to the cellar. Jeff was holding him off. They pushed him down the fucking ladder, took the damn thing with him. Couldn't get back up. They forced us into a corner shooting arrows at us. Then released that bugger on us.
Elves are dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. She puts her arm under. She puts Jeff's arm over one of her shoulders. All right, let's get him going. Where's everyone else? Where's the cat and Piper and the shit?
Scratch is helping Gilly. Piper is at the docks. Kreg ran off somewhere. Should be worried about that, but I don't think I will be right now, actually.
So, Kreg, you are carrying your barrel of arrows, your quiver, weapons that your hand axes you picked up from Gil's shop. You're feeling pretty good.
As of right now, I'm going to say if I have a barrel to carry everything's probably going in the barrel, and I'll adjust it accordingly when I need to.
You have, hand axes buried into the sides of the barrels, that's good enough. Gives me handles. And this barrel is bigger than you, and so you're just kind of steering your way down the dock. People are like, what the? Getting out of the way. You start moving towards the water, someone gives you a little push to straighten you. And, Piper, you just look up, and there's a barrel walking towards you.
I look underneath the barrel.
2 bare gnomish feet.
There you are, Kreg.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a gift for Tiny Human.
He's not here yet.
Oh. I put it down.
Rosita could probably use a hand with some heavy lifting up on the ship.
Oh, okay. I go help with the heavy lifting.
Alright, so you go up the gangplank, and this giant golden dwarf just looks at you. He's shining, and everything about him is metal.
I just start waving.
Hello, Kreg. And he just lifts the faceplate, by the beard, just lifts the faceplate, and you see it's Gil.
Oh, hi, Gil.
You're here to help, I'm assuming?
Yes.
I love how I actually had my hand up like I was holding the damn faceplate up and went, man, my arm's getting tired. I wish I could put this thing down. So, yeah, if you're here to do some moving of cargo, downstairs is where you want to go. So if you just go over, and he points to where there's this hole in the ground, in the deck. It's a square hole that's cut out there, and you just see, what was it? It was Grunt and Groan. They're just pulling up boxes, bringing them down. But make me a quick perception check.
Alrighty. 13.
13, alright. So behind Grunt and Groan, you see this massive shape. You can't tell what it is because there is a giant cloth covering it. It's just sitting on the bow of the ship.
Bryan, high or low?
High. Always go high.
All right, I'll be good and go actually help instead of be the curious one I should be.
All right. So you're helping, but you're staring at it every now and then. You're like, oh, I want to know what that is.
Oh yeah. I'm like giving it the googly eyes.
All right.
So I walk over, I start helping. I probably do better than them, maybe faster than them.
Oh, them's fighting words. Actually, I think Grunt would pick you up at one point and then put you down the hole and pass you to Groan, and Groan will take you and move you and just point at the boxes.
Okay, no, I am.
And Grunt brings one down, Groan takes it, Groan passes you the box, and then you put it in place. You just create a little chain.
That works. That's fine. I like that scenario of just that happens, then boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, they know how to utilize assets.
Yeah.
So, Scratch, you and Gilly are just pouring out the canisters on the wall. On the top of the wall, down the front of the wall, just covering the wall with these canisters.
Are there barrels nearby?
There are a few barrels.
Have you ever played Donkey Kong? Well, I was wondering, like, if we put like rocks in them, could they be dropped on someone?
I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Gonna start finding some heavy shit to put in these barrels?
I mean,
Why
there's a
not?
lot of unused houses.
That's very true.
Gilly, should we drop these barrels on anything climbing up?
She looks around. I think we might have a few remnants of broken metal, some glass.
I start heading over and collecting things.
You start collecting, she walks over, takes her sword, and smashes a window. Just look at each other, and she goes, they're not going to use it.
True. I go breaking things.
Two, you just breaking shit and putting it in barrels.
You know, I bet Kreg would wish he was here if he knew this.
He
And
might
I like
overdo
break a window.
Just an elbow into the window. Oh, Kreg would love this.
So, I start gathering things, and
And you and Gilly just place those barrels up at the top as makeshift ballista, I guess.
hey, they only need to go down.
That's very true. Jelltur. Maybe you ran to the elves and they killed each other. Let's go.
That sounds like a good idea. His
So
other
she
arm
starts
around
trying
me.
to haul Jeff. Casey starts helping.
I'll help as well.
Alright, so the three of you, you're moving slowly, but you're making your way through the town, and eventually will get down to the docks. Just as the sun is beginning to slip below the horizon.
Get to the bot. Medic! We need a medic!
And Philly is going to walk up. What is happening? Oh, my dear, the poor boy. Get him on board the boat. There's, well, beds is a kind word for it.
It works for me. And get him to the boat.
Alright, so you guys get him on board the lake turtle. And bring him below deck.
Do I see them, Bryan?
Yeah, do we see them?
Oh yeah, they would have passed you.
Well, no, I was downstairs doing stuff. I don't know how.
Oh, you
long.
wouldn't see. Piper would definitely see.
Yeah.
So I'll just send a quick message to Kreg. Jelltur's here with Jeff, Casey, and Tilly.
So this is what happens as we're doing the boxes going up. I get this message as I have a box in my hand. I place it on, I guess it's a gangplank that's going up and everything is how
No,
this...
you're below deck. So what you're doing is you're shoving the boxes into like as tight as possible in the cargo hold, specifically in the back of the boat for some reason. You're not quite sure why.
Well, no, I mean how it's getting down and being pulled up or whatever is going on.
Grunt is lowering the box down to Groan through the deck.
Okay, this...
Groan takes the box and then hands it to you for you to put against a wall.
I thought there was some weird pulley system, but okay, then I'm like...
No, it's 100% muscle.
Okay, so I'm just like, oh my god, and as he tosses one, I go for the stairs and just completely leave the box to fall.
It smashes on the ground, and Groan just kind of looks at it, looks at you, looks at Groan.
I'm bolted at this point. I'm not even looking at him. I'm just going, because I have a present for Tiny Human. All right. So yeah. So I go to the stairs. I run up. The first thing I do is I go to the barrel, and then I guess I run around the deck with it until I find him.
Well, I was helping Tilly take Jeff to the room, and once we lay him down on the bed, I asked her if she could keep the whole me talking into her mind just between us.
Yeah, I was wondering about that a little bit there, but sure. I mean, you helped get Casey and Jeff out. There's no skin off my nose to keep that silent for you.
Thanks.
No problem. And thank you.
You've done a lot for us, so it's the least I can do. Also, Jeff's family did kind of save our asses, so.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason the dumbass was where he was to put himself between me and those elves. Casey too, I guess, but...
Yeah, as any man should, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. And she just kind of sits down next to it. It's really barely a bed. It's like a hammock or a cot.
Yeah, I figured.
Because it's now you're looking around the area. This is where the crew would sleep. There are hammocks and cots and just every space where there can be some. Like, you can move kind of comfortably. For anyone taller than you, this is a tight squeeze in any direction.
Ah. Nice.
Yeah, so they fit as many beds as possible in here. There's even, like, bundled up cloth on the floors in places almost like little nests. Like, this is the best we can do for you at this point.
Yeah, trying to evacuate a whole fucking
They're trying
town.
to evacuate a whole town on a lake ship.
Yep. Alright, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm gonna go find the rest of my party.
Good luck with that.
If I'm lucky, I'll find most of my party. Minus the Kreg.
And yet Kreg is the first one you find.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You
Sounds
get
about
up
right.
on the deck and immediately a barrel is barreling towards you.
I obviously, how am I doing this? Am I doing it where the axe is and then I kind of lift from behind, or is it forward where I can't see what's going on?
This is up to you. How are you carrying this barrel, Kreg?
You know what? I need to see where I'm going, so if I carried it on my back and everything, that's what I'm gonna do.
Arrows just slightly spilling out here and there as he's wobbling back and forth and fizzing on his back. It's not that it's too heavy for you. It's just cumbersome as hell.
No, I know.
So there's like a trail of arrows behind you as Jelltur, you see this thing running towards you.
Hi, Kreg?
Tiny human, I've got you a gift. And I run up next to him, put the barrel down, hold out the quiver, and then go ta-da! And he holds that pose until something is said. How many arrows are in there roundabout, Bryan?
Enough.
Enough that we don't need to worry.
I'm gonna
for a
say
moment.
more than 100, I'm guessing.
Oh, yes. There's enough that you don't have to really worry about counting until you no longer, are near the barrel.
Gotcha.
Once you fill a quiver and leave the ship,
Okay.
that's when you gotta start counting arrows again, really. Or if you're not on the ship with the barrel.
Fair.
So, I take the quiver. I look at the barrel. Good job, Kreg. Where'd you get these from?
Pampered Hoof!
What?
Okay.
What? Gil looks over. Everything's lost anyway. Everything's lost anyway. She's right. Don't worry about it. Don't get stressed out.
Yeah, so I basically take out the weapons, just in case, I take out the weapons I got for myself and start putting them on me in ways and stuff like the rapier, all the stuff, and then obviously...
Take the hand axes out of the barrel so you can use them for something besides handles.
Well, no. I'm sure I found a couple hand axes, so I'll leave 2 at least in there. So
Right.
I rolled for what I got. It wasn't a high number. I found maybe I rolled a 10. I have 12 hand axes now. So
That's a lot of hand axes.
I fill my quiver with 20 arrows.
Alrighty.
And is there any daggers in this barrel?
No, just arrows.
Gotcha. That's whatever.
But there is a hush, a chill that kind of goes over everyone. That the white noise of worried people, the idle chatter, the fear, the slight crying, it all goes silent for a second. And the three of you on the docks look up and you see on the edge of the lake the sun dipping under the horizon. Darkness has fallen. Scratch. You and Gilly are both standing on top of this wall, and you see forms pulling themselves out of the trees, coming out of the grasslands around you. A massive army just appearing. And in the lead, 3 forms you recognize, those lizard mounts, with elven shapes on their backs. A sword raises into the air and falls, and the army charges. So Scratchy, you're standing there next to Gilly as this army is just approaching the gates. She kind of leans over and goes, "So I'll take the ones on the left, you take the ones on the right. Sound fair?"
Done. I have that same smile on my face now.
So the two of you actually kind of walk separate ways on the battlements as they are.
Like, surprisingly calm.
Well, it's like, we're either going to pull this off or we're going to die. Either way, we know how this is going to end.
Mm-hmm.
So the first wave that hits are goblins. So these tiny little forms just start climbing into, like, up the side of the wall. And you and Gilly are both just kind of watching and timing. And then Gilly just takes a board and just pulls it. And the first barrel falls. And that one smashes down, spraying out glass and metal, and you just hear shrieks of goblins. If you would like to roll to hit some goblins as well.
I would.
It's going to be a dexterity check.
Oh, I can do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I got a 17 on the die.
Oh yeah, that's plenty. You're hitting a goblin's armor class, so...
Yeah.
So you pull out your board and just glass and metal and wood chips just shower these guys, and the two of you walking back and forth. She pulls another one, you just see goblins, and the goblins are starting to slow down. They're seeing this happening. It's like, there are two.
It's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them, and you're taking out the wave of goblins. And then the goblins part.
14 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit the goblin. They don't have shields.
Yep.
So you smash another barrel into these goblins, and this is the one that breaks their wave. They just kind of pull back. And you know it's not the end. But you kind of took care of the first problem. But they split in these larger, furrier forms, and you recognize this form because this is the first guy you remember seeing once you got to this land. As the bugbears. They're a-comin'!
Son of a bitch.
Swarm of bugbears just starts charging the wall. And Gilly kind of looks at you and goes, "I'm not sure the barrels are going to work here."
Light them.
Let's. And she moves back towards the ladder to come down from the battlements. And she makes sure that she's clear. And you sit there, pick up a torch.
Just like toss it a couple times between my paws. And
Wait
just
for them
light
to
it.
get high enough on the wall.
Mm-hmm. And light it.
You just touch the torch to the side of the wall. And you run. Because this entire wall has been soaked with oil and pitch.
Oh no.
And the fire rolls down the side of the wall, and you leap clear as the entire wall, all the way through, just ignites. And you hear screams and you smell burning fur. And the 3 of you back at the docks, you look out. The light of day is gone. But suddenly, to the east, Well, actually, to the south. Something to the south. It's almost like the sun is rising again, and you turn, and you see flames dancing at the opening of the city, and you just hear screaming.
Pretty!
Have we already started loading people onto the boat?
People have started, as soon as the sun dipped, it was kind of like, we're out of time. So people are getting on board.
It's basically like making sure people are orderly, just getting on as quick and efficiently as possible.
Yeah.
All aboard!
I'm going to...
Have your tickets, pretties! You're going to?
Yeah. I will take my viol, strike a chord, and get a couple of brown bears to like help like guard the like from where they're going onto the ship, like readying like defense if things break through.
So, on this very narrow dock, a pair of large bears appear.
Well, like, you know, behind
on the
all
other
the
side of
people.
the gangplank, yeah.
2 bears, and I will like go to stand with them with my bow, just like ready.
Alright. Jelltur, Kreg, anything you're doing?
Well, I'm gonna pick up the barrel of arrows, and I look at Tiny Human, and I'm just like, ready!
But yeah, Kreg, you can leave the barrel here. I have enough arrows.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, so I put it down, and then I guess since we're leaving the barrel, I'll take the 2 axes just in case. Just because if we're not carrying it around, I don't need them in there right now. And I'm going to literally take another 20 and just shove it in like little nooks and crannies that aren't shoved with massive amounts of weapons.
Okay, that works. But it's dark out right now, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
So we want my candle at the max range. I can only really see
40 feet.
It's 20 bright, 20 dim, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can only really see that far. So if I go to like the edge of the boat with my bow drawn, I can only really take shots once they get within 40 feet.
Right. And that brings us back to where Scratch is with Gilly. And you're watching this wall just burn merrily for a moment. That's not going to hold them long.
No. It'll certainly signal the ones at the ship.
Yes, they should be getting ready to shove off. Shall we?
Yes.
Right, so she turns, and Scratch, as you're about to turn, quick perception check.
23.
Coming over the side, the rocky side, not the wall itself, but the wall was built into a mountain. There is like these large mountainous areas that are part of the natural defenses of the town, and around that there is a lizard, giant lizard with a rider, just coming over the flames, and as he passes the flames you get a good view of his face and the eye patch that is covering one eye as he looks directly at you.
Oh, yeah.
And I would like for you and Gilly and him to all roll initiative. Woo! Natural 20 for you, buddy.
12.
Alright. Ooh, Gilly did not do well. Alrighty. 17. As he draws a bow and fires.
Body hardening.
Alright. That raises your AC?
Yeah, and it just my AC is 17, so I just need the one. So
okay. So the arrow fires at you, and you throw your arm up and you just tighten your muscle, and the arrow hits you in the arm and just kind of reflects off as the lizard finishes coming down, and he gets off and just tosses the bow to the side and draws his sword, and he's just looking that one eye at you. And then it's your turn, Scratch.
And how close is he to the wall, by the way?
Oh, not close enough to be burned by the fire.
Okay.
He's probably within 30 feet of you. He got off the lizard and started walking toward you. He wants you.
Oh, good.
You made a friend.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that thing that I totally knew I could do and cast Hunter's Mark.
So you cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I think I'm going to attack him then.
Alright. So you run up and you go to hit him. So you roll to hit.
Oh, that ain't gonna work. 10.
10. Your claws come up and the rapier he has flicks it and just deflects your claws.
Okay. And my second attack, 17.
You come in and he just kind of pushes your arm out of the way. He is going to use... Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
As he riposts, as you take 10 points of piercing damage, he deflects your hand and then just drives the point of the rapier into your side as you go by him.
Okay.
Then it is Gilly's turn. She is going to run up, but the giant lizard is going to menace her, so she's going to attack that first. She draws her longsword. That's going to hit. That's going to be 11 points of damage with the first attack. Second attack, that is also going to hit. She kills the lizard. So she just takes the sword out and swipe, and just kills this lizard. The lizard don't get a turn now, so we're going to take him off the initiative roster. And your new friend will go. He's just completely ignoring her, by the way. And flames just start wreathing around the blade that he has. And he swings at you with it. That is 16 to hit.
That will miss.
So he's not going to hit you with that one. So these green flames just erupt around the blade, and he drives it towards you, and you're able to like duck and push it out of the way. And then it is your turn.
Alright, so I am going to take a slash at him with my claws.
Alright, roll to hit.
22 to hit.
You go in, and your claws are going for his throat. Suddenly his hand goes up, and a shimmer of light appears, and your claws just deflect.
Huh. Second attack.
Go for it.
21.
Deflect off that shield again. He just has the hand up, and there's this smirk on his face, this shit-eating grin. No language barrier is going to hold back.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'll make another attack.
Alrighty.
I mean, that's still not going to hit.
Alright, just checking. So you just slash, and this magical energy just deflecting every single blow. Gilly is going to come in and try to do the same. She's going to miss. And miss. Her blade just deflecting off this magical shield as well.
Yeah, right?
She's like,
I mean, he's only got one eye.
She looks over at the wall and she's like, the flames are beginning to die down. And you hear boom, boom on the doors to the wall, which have been structurally weakened due to the fire. And it's going to be your friend's turn as the fire wreaths around the blade again. That is a 21 to hit you.
Okay, I'm going to do body hardening again.
Alright. So you tighten up your body.
That is going to be a miss.
Alright, so you tighten up your body and the fire hits and you feel the flame, you feel the heat, but your body, you're able to catch the blade and hold it so it doesn't pierce your skin. The flames kind of lick up your gi a little bit, but don't catch. And he's just kind of looking at you, this snarl on his face as he pulls the blade back. As the two of you haven't touched each other at all in this fight, I would like to point this out. You haven't touched each other at all.
So, my turn now?
Your turn now.
I get to... let me try. Natural 1.
Roll again.
19.
Alright, so your claw comes in, he deflects you towards Gilly. Your hand, like, brushing past her face, but you're able to retract the claws so you don't slash her across the face. You just have this instinct to take elves and just claw their faces apart. It's weird.
As it should be.
Yeah, imagine that.
Imagine that. But you just barely miss her face as you swipe.
So I'm going to go for a second attack.
Alright.
22 to hit.
That ethereal shield just comes up again and catches your claw. He seems a little more nervous about it at this point because he's having trouble hitting you too, but should really be tracking his spells. That was terrible.
I'm gonna go for the third attack. Damn it. Yeah, let's try again. I mean, that's lower, so that's not gonna hit.
Right. So you just slash, almost get Gilly. Slash. It's like, how do I get through this? Gilly is going to miss. Gilly will miss again. So you hear boom, boom. I gotta roll for that. Alright, and the door is on its last legs. Like, Gilly is looking real nervous on it. And he's gonna try with the green flame blade one more time. That is a 21 to hit. 22 to hit.
22 to hit.
22 to hit.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Alright. Oh, why did I do that? I wanted to check one other thing before I did that. Alright, so you are going to take... So that's 9 points of piercing damage. And you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I can do wisdom saves all day. Oh yeah, I got that. That's a 20.
Alright, yeah, you pass that, but you take another 5 points from his superiority die. Unless he tried to frighten you.
Got it.
And then Gilly is going to take 5 points of fire damage as the fire leaps from his blade to her. And you can tell he was trying to scare you. You're not scared, but you hear in a very harsh common, "You have taken my eye, cat. My name is Renton. Know it as the name of your slayer. Though today I learned one very important thing. Your kind could be quite useful. I'll have to find them." So, Scratch, it is your turn. Gilly has been mentioning that wall is coming down.
Yeah, no, it's time to go. Gilly, go. So I'm gonna disengage and I'm gonna move 45 feet away.
Alright. So, Gilly is going to follow suit, disengage, and she can only get 30, but she can action surge and get another 30, so she passes you a little, not much. So she's going to just do that. She probably gets another 15 feet ahead of you.
Okay.
And now we have the wall. Smash. Those doors just come crashing down. You see Renton standing there, the flames behind him dying down, the flickering light just casting his face in shadow. You know he's glaring at you, though. The doors slamming down behind him, and just a wave of these monstrous creatures coming in. And you keep running.
Let's get to the ship. They better be ready now.
For what's coming, I don't think anyone's ready. Let's go. And the two of you just run through the town. The howls and screeches of these monstrous creatures behind you. And the rest of you on the ship hear this.
I am still guarding the end of the gangplank, making sure everybody's on.
The people are getting there, and Rosita comes out on deck, and she's like, "Alright, getting a little nervous, getting ready to go. We gotta shove off."
I know. I hope Scratch and Gilly get here.
They're still not... Oh, shit. Okay, if we don't see them first, we're leaving. And you just hear that whistle, that... And people are just... They're not even bothering to pull the ropes in. They're just throwing them off. It's like, fuck it, we're not coming back here. So you have people getting ready, and you see Gil walk over that full plate mill, which you're starting to wonder about that, and water. But he's standing by that big covered thing on the bow. And Scratch, you and Gilly are running. You are running. You hear them come behind you. You're starting to outpace Gilly a little bit. You're slowing yourself down so you don't leave her completely in the dust. And Piper, I need for you to make a perception check.
Sure. 10.
10? you hear the screaming, you hear the howling, you hear the monsters coming, and that little bit of panic in your mind is starting to seep in.
My arms are just like shaking as I'm holding the bow, and I try to like bring it up to get ready.
And we'll give Rosita a check as well. She looks out and she goes, "There's something coming." She has the spyglass up. Oh shit, that's a lot of monsters.
And I'm kind of like backing up, like to get. Well, I'm leaving the bears right there. I'm backing up a little bit.
Wait, I think I see. There's your cat, man.
Oh, good.
Gilly in tow.
Good.
Oh, they have them nipping at their heels. And Scratch, you and Gilly, you can feel those guys right behind you. And you hit the dock, and you are running. And Piper, you see a couple bugbears coming right up on Scratch and Gilly's tail.
Can I try to shoot one?
Go ahead, roll the shit. We're not doing initiative for this. There's too many things here.
Do we have anything ranged on the ship that Kreg can jump on and shoot?
You have hand axes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how far away they are.
They're on the dock.
Oh,
18.
fuck it. Yeah.
Yep. So you hit the bugbear.
So can I see them?
You can see
Awesome.
them, yeah.
That's only 4 points of damage.
Alright, so that one like takes one in the shoulder and just kind of snarls.
14?
He doesn't have a shield, so that will hit.
Okay, so it's 8 points of damage.
Alright, so he takes another 8, which is a little bit more than what Piper did to him, like, as far as, like, the first one was like, ah, whatever. The second one was like, okay, what the hell?
I'm gonna take a
Jelltur,
shot at him
you
for as
can
well.
see them. Go ahead.
Yeah, 19 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
No one was within 5 feet of him, right?
No.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of people, but...
I mean, no, Scratch is right there. He's being chased, but he's right there.
Alright, well. I got a 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is that more than 15 points of damage?
Well, 6 and 4 is 10, and then a 5 makes it 15. Then 18, plus another 4, which is 22.
So you, one pointy ear to the other, you just shoot him through the head, and this bugbear just collapses. The other bugbear just kind of looks over like, what? Looks up, is like, "Argh." And then I'm assuming bears.
Yes. I was gonna say, can I have my 2 brown bears do
Can I
their
bonus
thing?
action, like, duck behind the edge of the ship?
So Gilly runs up the gangplank. Scratch, you just kind of tear up the side of the ship. You don't even bother with the gangplank. You just jump, grab the ship, and hoist yourself over. Then a pair of bears just charge the bugbears.
Yes, go buddies. The first attack.
Rosita
on
just
one of
screams at you, "Get on the ship!"
them. On my way.
So you run up that gangplank, and normally Grunt and Groan would take the gangplank down, they'd shove off. They just kick off. They just, with these rods, these large wooden poles, they're just pushing. And that's something you do with smaller ships. This is a larger ship. Grunt and Groan drive those poles into the ground, and you feel the entire ship move and lurch. The sails unfurl, and there's just enough wind to catch as the ship begins to pull away from port. And I need everyone to make perception checks for me.
13.
15.
At 15, 13,
Non-natural 20.
non-natural 20,
14.
14. Alright. Piper and Scratch, both, like, you're both, like, breathing really hard. You're over the side, you're like, okay, good. You look up. Kreg is just watching Grunt and Groan do this, like, wow, that's amazing. Jelltur is just marking, like, where the enemies are that he knows over there. Two of you see the shadows moving along the sides of the cove, of the beach, keeping pace with the ship. And you see dark elves, their heads completely shaven, no light in the moonlight, just shadows, drawing their bows back and getting ready to fire at the people on the ship.
Everyone, get down!
This has been the Reliably Chaotic podcast. Champions of Solane is an original Dungeons & Dragons adventure written by Bryan Scharf using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set published by Wizards of the Coast. My name is Bryan Scharf, and I've been your DM. You can reach me at ReliableDM on Twitter.
My name is Nicole Summers, and I play Piper.
This is Jair, also known as JJ, and I play the character of Jelltur Jactus.
This is Matthew Reed, and I play Scratch.
This is Andrew Brown, and I play Kreg.
Theme music by Adrian von Ziegler. All other music by Kevin MacLeod on the Incompetech website and Adrian von Ziegler. Detailed information about music in this episode is provided in its description. Music for this episode was selected by Nicole Summers. The episode was edited by Matthew Reed with assistance from Sarah. Contact us out on Twitter at Reliably Chaotic, email us at reliablychaotic@gmail.com, or join our Discord server by following the link in our description. If you like our show and would like to support us, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/reliablychaotic or by leaving a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really does help a lot. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you again in our next adventure.